Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the vlog summer cut series. This is going to be episode 2, and I'm so excited to take you guys through today's video because I know this one is going to be so super helpful for many of you. So before we jump on into everything, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, and if you don't mind taking a moment to smash the like button, that does help me out with the algorithm and make sure that others, even those of you who subscribe to the channel, actually see that these videos are being posted. As always, you can hit the post notification bell. That'll always let you know, should always let you know, I don't know with YouTube, each and every time that I do upload to the channel. For today's video, I am actually going to be taking you through a full day of eating. Why this video is going to be so helpful for you is because if you've noticed, I'm not at home. I am actually in the beautiful Adirondacks. We've got Bruce Wayne with us, and I whisked Jason away to celebrate, just to celebrate, quite honestly, and have a relaxing weekend. And with that, I think taking you guys through a day of eating outside of your normal schedule, your normal routine, different meals, how to plan, how to go about it, is probably the number one thing that I get asked, even from the clients that I work with. I'm gonna be traveling, how do I go about doing this? So I'm gonna share with you guys all my tips and tricks today on this video. Now, I've had many of you reach out, how do you join the Summer Cut series along with me? Totally free. All you have to do is join along in the comments section, and we're kind of building this community here to support each other, report back on our progress, and I'm going to be doing that with you guys as well. So a bunch of you gave me your goals in the last video, so it's not too late to join. Feel free to share in the comment section below what your goals are, and I just wanted to mention a few of you had goals similar to mine. Lindsay Hester said, wow, this video could not have come at a better time. I just started my summer cleanup. We are literally the same size with the same goal. Can't wait to follow along. Can't wait to see how your progress goes, Lindsay. Dana Brown said, looking forward to the series. I need to lose about 20 pounds or at least enough to fit back into many of the pants in my closet. I'm dealing with the hormonal weight gain, perimenopause, so I'd love any tips and tricks you can share. I think, Dana, so many people relate this past year after COVID. Clothes may not be fitting the same, totally understandable. And what I want to mention to you guys as well, this is only episode 2. I am only not even a full week into this journey, and we are going to talk more about goal setting and really how to execute the plan in the next video. But I need you guys to be patient with yourselves, patient with the progress that you're seeing. We get so eager to start a cut, even myself included. I was just like itching to get started that by day 3, I'm like, why don't I look like how I looked 3 days before I stepped on stage? I feel like I should. I'm so super motivated. I'm working so hard. You kind of feel like when you're in that super motivated mindset that all those changes in your mind that you want to see are already going to be reflected in 3 days. It's unrealistic, but it's natural to feel that way. So I need you guys to keep that realistic mindset, those realistic goggles on about how quickly you're going to see the progress based on your own goals. It's not going to happen in a week for most of us. So make sure that you're congratulating yourselves on the small steps day by day. And we want to focus on the long-term goal, but we need to also recognize day by day those small wins that we have. So this is a full day of eating, right? Let's get some breakfast before Jason and I go hike the Adirondack Mountains. First things first, and that is caffeine for me. I didn't wake up super hungry this morning, but definitely needed something to wake up. So we went to Starbucks. I grabbed the vanilla cream cold brew. I think that's what I drank in the last video. I'm probably going to be drinking a lot of these.
Pretty sure it is.
Yeah, I really quite enjoy these. I am tracking it because there are macros in it. It's regular syrup in it and cream. So it's like 14 carbs and I think 5 grams of fat or something.
3
grams of fat.
3 and 14 carbs.
And that will be entered into Z macros. And I'll probably drink these for quite a while, but honestly, for those of you, depending on what's worth it to you, you may want to opt for a sugar-free option, or maybe just skip the Starbucks altogether. I did want to share with you guys something that we do that helps us stay on track when we travel, and if you're able to do so, which really, you're able to do anything you want, you guys, when you travel. You can make it as complicated or as simplified as you want. Just as you would meal prep at home, you can either meal prep and take it with you. There's plenty of ways to take it with you, or you can find access to be able to meal prep within your travels. So for Jason and I knew it was going to be important. We brought Bruce Wayne with us, so we also have to feed him too, and he eats better than us. So I got a suite, all right? It costs more money, but we have a full-on kitchen set up. So I've already got that sink dirty, typical Corey style. We've been cooking, we've been doing the things, but last night when we got in, we ended up just like wanting to relax and enjoy this amazing room. So we didn't want to go out to eat. Like, we honestly just wanted to like stay in this hotel room and chill as a family. So we went to Hannaford, local grocery store, and we stocked up on stuff. So sometimes it's easier that way versus traveling with food. Just Google it up, find your local grocery store, and go grab things that you can keep within your hotel room. Even if you only have a mini fridge, there's plenty of things that you can grab and keep you kind of on track with your diet. So we packed stuff to bring with us, not a ton, but we did bring
chicken, which is in there, which I ate. Now it's turkey burgers
that
we bought at the grocery store and I cooked last night.
Yep, so we had some chicken. We made those turkey burgers. I grabbed a bag salad mix last night just because I wanted something like crunchy and green. We got some apples, and then we did pack with us some fruit, some watermelon, mango. We had a bunch of berries too. We bought some more because we both eat a lot of berries. Grabbed some Gatorade Zeros just for extra hydration. I always feel super dehydrated with traveling, and then we're going to be hiking too, so a little electrolyte replenishment there. Some water because sometimes I'm bougie and I'm a tap water drinker, honestly, but when I'm out traveling, like, I'm not good about drinking if I don't have an actual water bottle on hand. So it's worth it to just pay for those. And I did treat myself to a little Fresca too. Because we're gonna be hiking and I'm not sure how long we're gonna be gone for, I wanna make sure I eat a breakfast that is gonna be quite substantial in terms of keeping me full and satisfied, and carb, protein, all the good stuff. So I am gonna have some oatmeal for breakfast. This is just a maple multigrain muffin oatmeal that sounded rather delicious, pretty hearty, with flax, chia, quinoa, and amaranth. So I like my oatmeal thick. I just use water in it. Along with that, I'm gonna have some protein, and this morning I'm not super hungry, but like I said, I wanna make sure that I get in the nutrition that I need because we are gonna be active. So this is where protein shakes can come in handy. And I've been using this Bellway Super Fiber Plus Plant Protein. You guys already know I get down and enjoy a plant protein here on this channel. With plant proteins, this is a pea-based protein, so I find it's very smooth tasting. It's not gritty like you'll get with some other plant proteins. It's very smooth, but because it does have the psyllium husk in there, it thickens up quite a bit.
Smoothie type texture?
Yeah,
almost,
like that's a really good way to describe it. Like almost like a smoothie because of that psyllium husk. Not chunky, not gritty, very smooth, very blendable. I don't even have a blender ball in here actually. Let's see if I can show you how it blends up. I just want to show you there is no blender ball in here, so it actually absorbs, it blends very easily. Nothing crazy. I didn't do any crazy shaking there. I wish I could be one of those people that could do like the drink so you could see it.
It'd be all over you.
Come out of me. Oatmeal's good. It's a little cold now, but I actually don't mind stuff when it gets cold.
Your people like the numbers. They even said they like the numbers. Let's see what they got.
Oh, the macros? Yeah.
Let's see what they got.
What do they got there? I think it's like 35
they
carbs.
Got 4 fat, 200 calories, 4 fat, 35 carbs, 5 coming from dietary fiber. 10 total sugars, includes 10 grams added sugars and 7 grams protein. And 1.9 milligrams of iron.
So that's actually, between this and this, that's a really good meal combination. I'll report back how this holds me over. One thing I do want to mention, if you guys are like, she's not eating much fat within this first meal, you are correct, but I am being strategic about that choice because I do typically like to start my day with a high-fat meal. However, I know Jason and I are going to be going out to dinner later. We're going to eat out and enjoy a local restaurant here in Lake Placid. So I know for me, I want to save up my fat grams because number one, I'll be eating out. So there's always usually a little bit more fat when you order out, even when you ask for things without oils. Also, I may order an alcoholic beverage, which you can either track as fats or carbs. More about how to do that later in the video. But that's purposely why I'm not doing like a high fat meal. Plus I'm just actually not super hungry this morning, so I feel like this is really gonna hit the right spot for me for this hike today. Mount Van Hoevenberg, here we come. Looks to be about 2-ish miles up, I think, and then 2-ish miles down. We're about to find out. Take the big guy and the cameraman. We're gonna do this hike.
This is the exact view I want when I walk out my house. Something like this. Let's make it happen.
Please. Made it to the top of the mountain, guys. It was actually not a bad hike. A little bit tiring because I'm just not used to hiking, but it was a really nice path all the way up, and now we have these amazing, unreal views. Honestly, like I could just, this is where I feel like I'm meant to be. Jason and I aim to live in a home someday where we open the doors and this is the view. This is just,
this is stunning. Like,
incredible.
How can you not feel good waking up every day to this?
Just the air too, like honestly, like I know we're at a higher elevation, but it just feels so clean to breathe. The temperatures have been perfect. It's like warm with a light breeze. So I think we're just gonna kind of hang out up here, enjoy it, take it all in. I'm gonna eat a little snack. I'll share it with you guys. But I think we're just gonna kind of chill and relax and enjoy it up here for a bit. Sorry about Bruce Wayne's panting. He's a little tired, but before we head back down, I am just gonna have a quick snack. I'm gonna have the Fit Snack in the Munchies flavor. Not sponsored, I just really like these. Really like the nutritionals on them. Not a protein bar that I eat and it makes me hungrier. It just kind of like tides me over. So a little fuel before the descent down from the summit. We are back from our hike. It was so good. That was our workout for the day. We're both a little tired from it. So before we head to dinner, I'm actually running a big old bath. Well, we have an in-room jacuzzi tub. So we're gonna do a little dip in the jacuzzi before we go to dinner. I'm gonna eat this big old Honeycrisp apple because it just sounds refreshing, hydrating, all the things. Just to give me a little snack before we go to dinner. Jason's actually editing some photos that we got today too. Thankfully someone walked by and was kind enough to like offer to take our picture together so we didn't have to self-timer it.
He used my camera. He knew what he was doing.
He knew what was up.
He got it first shot.
So that was
He got the
super
picture
awesome.
first shot.
Yeah, that was really cool. So that's the update. Have a little snack now and we'll see you guys at dinner. Do you want to sit on?
I'll sit on the side. That way he's
Wow. What a beautiful dog.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I would have brought a bigger bowl if I had known.
Either gonna do the turkey sandwich without a couple things on it, or salad, the goat cheese salad, maybe with chicken added to it. So we walked in and sat down, and literally you would have thought Tom Cruise walked into this joint. Every table turned around, heads from the balcony turned around. Waiters and waitresses, everyone was just like, oh my God. Not my usual like post-hike nourishment or what I'd order. I don't really drink a lot, but I knew having a little special weekend with my mans, wanted to order a drink. I really enjoy just doing like a hard seltzer. I mean, I like other stuff too, but I ain't trying to get shitty, if you will. These go over well with me, give me just like a nice little buzz, but nothing too crazy, no hangovers, no headaches. So nutritionally, this is 110 calories with 2 carbohydrates. I'm gonna enjoy this right now. It looks so good. I will share with you guys when I'm back at the hotel how I go about calculating this into my macros. All right guys, I ordered the fried goat cheese salad. So this right here is the big old fried goat cheese that I'm gonna nibble on. Not sure how much I'm gonna eat of it yet. I added the grilled chicken breast to the salad and it looks like a nice big old piece. There's some pears in here, walnuts, mixed greens, and a vinaigrette. So this is gonna be a higher fat meal for me. I'll show you guys how I estimate the macros on this as well based on how much I eat.
You can have it on the way.
What's that?
Slide on my light. There you go. That looks good.
Come here.
Try that out. Let me know how it tastes.
Right now, a little fried goat cheese. I mean,
Gotta tell the people how this is.
I'm gonna take a little bite of the chicken with it too, actually.
I would just go straight goat cheese if I could.
Older generation.
My mouth just watered as I was eating it.
Chicken good too?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Really good.
Uh-uh.
Much impressed. Jason's eating the pancreatitis diet because he was in the ER this week. So plain chicken for him with a side of barbecue sauce.
Which I will use very
We're not
sparingly.
totally sure what's going on with him right now, so it's kind of like, unfortunately, I recommend for him to do very low fat, bland, nothing that's going to irritate or make that pancreas any angrier, because his lipase was 400 something.
Yep. Out of 5 stars. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
On the meal or the trip?
The meal.
5.
5. We got 5 people. We got 5.
We got a 5. It's the chicken. The chicken.
The chicken was good.
It was really good, and that makes or breaks you. If your chicken's nasty or creeps me out, it's done. Let's talk about tracking that alcohol, shall we? Now, I ordered a drink tonight, which was very easy for tracking purposes because it came in a can. It was a hard seltzer. It told me the calorie content right on that can, making it very easy. But sometimes if you get into like the mixed drinks, the mixed cocktails, that's going to be a whole different scenario. But to keep it easy for you with tracking alcohol, there's essentially 3 different ways that you can go about doing it. Number 1, you can just enter in the calories of that drink and count the calories. And if you're tracking macros and you have macro goals, with that comes a set calorie range, if you will, a calorie target. So basically you can subtract the calories and just modify your targets accordingly, not necessarily hitting the macros, but ensuring you stay at your calories. Hope that makes sense. 2 other ways you can do it that are a bit more precise with alcohol, because it is 7 calories per gram, is we're either going to track it as carbs or we're going to track it as fat. And you kind of have the option either way based on your day. For my dinner tonight, it was a bit higher fat with the cheese and the walnuts and the dressing, so my fat grams were pretty much gone. So I'm tracking it as carbohydrate. So what you're going to do to track it as a carbohydrate, you take the total number of calories and you divide it by 4 carbohydrates per gram. So taking 110, dividing it by 4 ends up being 27.5 carbohydrates. So I'm going to subtract 27.5 carbohydrates from my daily macros. Now, if I wanted to track it as fat, I would take 110. So you're going to take whatever the calories is for your beverage or whatever you estimate it as. And then you're going to go ahead, divide it by 9. So that would be 12 grams of fat. I'm not going to do that. What I did was divide it by 4, 27.5 grams of carbohydrate, and that is what I'm going to take off my macros for the day. So you're either going to track it as calories and just call it good, because if you go into, and the reason why I say that is if you go into MyFitnessPal, enter in a hard seltzer, a Truly, a vodka, it's only going to give you calories, and that's all it's going to deduct. It's going to show essentially no macros coming off your daily macros. So if you go ahead and hit all your targets for macros, you're going to be over 110 calories. Not a big deal at the end of the day, right? But I'm trying to do things as precise as possible to see results, especially since I know I'm a slow starter. So that's how I went about doing it. And just real quick, let me show you with my salad, because I know many of you are macro pros, but some of you aren't, and you get really uncertain about how to go about tracking when you go out to eat. I did order a salad today. You don't have to order a salad just because you're trying to lose weight. Sometimes the salad can be more calorie dense actually than other items. That's just what sounded super delicious and nourishing. I made a good choice. It was quite lovely. But basically what I do to track is I go in, we ate at like a little ma and pa local shop today. So that's not going to be in here. Lisa G's is not going to be in here. Ruby Lazenby just added me as a friend on Snapchat. Anyways, so because it's a ma and pa place, I usually just go in generically. MyFitnessPal has such a huge diary, and I search, like, for instance, the fried goat cheese. How do you track such a thing? Well, I just searched fried goat cheese. And guess what? There was tons of options for fried goat cheese medallions. So I kind of searched and picked what seemed to be the average amount. This one's about 40 grams. I'm pretty good when it comes to weighing stuff and knowing how hefty that was. I would say that's fairly accurate. If anything, it may be underestimating the fat content of that a bit, but nonetheless, that's what I entered. And then I just go ahead accordingly. For grilled chicken breast, I did an Applebee's because I just feel like it would probably be comparable because you're ordering it out. I'm not going to put in like a Wegmans chicken breast. So I just went ahead, estimated the walnuts. There was definitely a full serving of walnuts, full serving of dressing, the onions, pears. So I put everything in there. The salad ends up being about 800 calories. I feel like that's correct. But here's the thing I'm going to tell you too. When I eat out, so I have macros left over. What I like to do on a day like this when I eat out is also listen to my body. So it's not precise when you eat out like that. So I will just pay attention to how I'm feeling tonight. If I'm not super hungry, I'm not going to force feed just to get in all the macros because I had that variability today. I'm going to listen to my body, and if I'm not super hungry, odds are I underestimated that meal and I'm going to call it good. You know what I mean? So that's just a little trick there. I know I get asked that a lot as well. If you just push forward, get the macros to perfection. I wouldn't suggest doing that if you're eating out because you have that variability. I hope you guys found that helpful. It's a common question I get.
Bruce Wayne's sleeping on you.
It's so sweet. It's making me so relaxed. His big warm body is against my cold legs, and it just feels so good. He's basically a weighted blanket is what he is. Haven't been super hungry, but I definitely want to finish up the night and make sure I hit my protein macros. So I'm going to be a little bit lazy about it, but the Quest protein chips, these just always go over super well with me. These are the nacho cheese tortilla style ones. They are my fave. 6 fat, 5 carbs, and 18 grams of protein. So it's just kind of an extra little protein addition, and that'll finish out the day for me. I know today's full day of eating maybe wasn't my typical, had a little bit more kind of protein things in it than usual. Just be like that sometimes, especially when traveling. And that's okay. You just gotta do the best you can, work with your circumstances. We're just going to find some horror movies because that's what we love, and relax. And holy heck and Bob, I am feeling that hike today, but
I'm dying.
I think we're gonna feel it tomorrow, but we've already committed to going to the gym in the morning. But that's gonna be in the next episode, you guys. Next episode, I'm gonna share with you what my macros are and how I am executing this cut, and how you guys can as well. So if you stayed till the end, I appreciate you so much. Be sure to like, subscribe, all the things, and I will see you all in the next one.
Careful, Karen, might be slippery.